New home builders have somewhat of a bleak outlook for 2025. In fact, Barclays just downgraded a lot of the new home builders because they don't think that they can sell enough homes in 2025. That's bad news for them, but it could be good news for you. Stay tuned, you'll find out why. Hi folks, Tom Mason with West USA Realty in Peoria, Arizona at the Arrowhead office. First, the numbers. In 2024, new home sales fell compared to the last few years, and that worried the market and the new home builders. Builders are facing lower demand, and it's not just mortgage rates that are competing against them. And this has caused their stock prices to plummet in the past month. Mortgage rates are one of the contributing factors. After historically low rates during the pandemic for the past couple of years, we've seen interest rates pop up to 6.5%. It's actually 7.1% when I checked last for nationwide. In Arizona, we're just a little bit less expensive than that, but that means that buyers who could previously afford a dream home of $400,000 now can only afford a home of $300,000. And in Phoenix, there's not many of those dream homes on the market. But it's not just the interest rates. Also, construction prices really haven't fallen that much. And we see new construction costs. Let's say in the middle of this chart, we see Phoenix. This chart is created by Mortenson.com, and they use January 2009 as the baseline at 100 as the cost index. Phoenix in 2019 was 137.5, and today it's 190.7. So you can see this dramatic increase that occurred during the pandemic has flattened out. It hasn't gone up much, but there's still high costs for new construction. That shows that while the supply chains have stabilized, those prices are not anywhere near what the pre-pandemic prices of 2019 were, and so it costs more to build a home. Labor shortages also drive up costs, making it harder for the new home builders to cut prices without losing money. Interesting, this challenge is not the same everywhere. Like here in the Sun Belt, we still have a pretty competitive market going on. However, we do have a lot of properties on the market and not a lot selling. And in my last video, I talked about how you would think that that would cause prices to drop, but they really haven't. They've actually gone up year over year. In less competitive markets, homes are sitting for months or even being stopped mid-construction. So the rest of the country, a little bit worse off than Arizona is. We don't see that mid-construction stoppage going on that often anymore, as we did back in around late 2022 when interest rates hit 7 and 8%. Then there's the issue of competition. New home builders aren't competing just with other new home builders. They're also competing against existing home sales. This chart shows new houses being built over the 6-month average versus existing homes. Now, if you look way back into 1989, throughout most of the years, the new homes in red, median prices have outpaced the existing homes by quite a bit. Now, in 2005, when we had the big crash, you can see that existing homes rocketed up. The same thing during the pandemic, or the pandemonium of the pandemic, where existing houses were going for a lot more than they were really worth, to tell you the truth. And new houses, when they did come on the market, new home builders really started to substantially expand their building. You can see that they started to pull away just a little bit, but even here in 2021, they're matching up again, finally overtaking existing homes prices, the median prices again. But if you look back here in 2023, 2024, we have convergence, which meant that more people were buying existing homes and driving the price up than going to the new overpriced homes. And there's a growing inventory of those existing homes, making it easier for buyers to go out and take a look at a variety of homes until they find the one they want. And also, those homes will come with landscaped backyards, maybe pools. Did you know that when you buy a new home, that backyard is usually not landscaped? It's up to you to pay for the landscaping. So there's another cost involved, even though a new home will cost you more per square foot. Now, as I mentioned, when we buy a new home, we usually pay more per square foot. And it takes up 5 to 7 years before the price of your home actually meets the market. So you're higher priced than the market actually grows to meet the price point. I talked about this a little bit in a video I did with a lender, Andre Prisakaru, with Fairway Mortgage. That'll be linked up here if you're on desktop. Nevertheless, some of us like new homes. I mean, the idea of having a brand new home, it's ours, we can make it what we want. No one's ever lived there before. We get a 1-year warranty. You can kick the tires, knock out all the bugs, and have the builder pay for it in that first year where you have that 1-year warranty. And so with all this turmoil with new home builders, this might be the best time, this week actually might be the best time to go out and look at new homes before the spring selling season really kicks in, because then you're going to have competition with other folks looking at the same home. And many new home builders are offering incentives. Think of mortgage rate buy downs, cash back, free upgrades in design. Some of these spec homes will already come with granite or quartz countertops, nice cabinetry, things like that that you want anyway. So the spec homes are the ones they really want to get rid of quickly, and we may be able to negotiate a little bit with them on what you can get in order to buy that home from them. But not for long. Again, when spring selling season kicks in, we anticipate there are going to be a lot more people out there in the marketplace looking. Now here's the catch on these incentives. They can only go so far, the builders, before they impact their bottom line, and they know that. Here's an example of how Lennar has helped incentivize purchases of their homes. Using Lennar as an example, we can see from their 2023 and 2024 filings what they spent as incentives on homes. Now you can see for 2023, let's say the West where we're at, we looked at $39,000 in incentives, but this year, last year, $46,000, which is 7% of their revenue. So that took away from their stock price as well, because they're spending some of their own revenue to attract people to buy their homes. Now Lennar and the other builders know that they're losing money. They're not losing money, but they're not making as much revenue as they could, which impacts their stock prices. And so those incentives aren't going to last long. In fact, they know when the spring selling season is here. So if you're in the market for a home and you like new homes, this may be the time. This week or even today, give me a call. We can go out there and take a look at these. And whenever you go to a new home builder, always take an agent with you the first time when you register with a new home builder. Almost all of the new home builders are going to pay for you to be represented by an agent at that point. If you go by yourself, and I've said this in past videos before, and you sign in and register, they can deny paying your brokerage to represent you, which means you go unrepresented. You're going to be at the whim of the salesperson who works for that builder, or if you want to be represented, then you're going to have to pay for it out of pocket. Who wants to do that? I mean, you're just giving money away if you don't take an agent with you the first time. So I can't drill that into you hard enough. Doesn't have to be me, but take an agent with you first time you go. I'm providing this information to you because, timing is everything, and I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to build that generational wealth, to get into a home, make yourself more comfortable, build wealth over time for your own benefit. And, I really look forward to helping you in this transaction. It's one of the most important that you're going to make, and you should always remember that you're not alone. Agents will be there to help you out, walk you through the process. Find a good agent. Give me a call if you don't have an agent. We'll schedule an appointment to go out and see some home builders right away before these incentives expire.
Winter's coming.